You placed the generator. You ran the wire. Still, no lights. Today, we fix that for good. I'll show you how power actually works in Fallout 4. The 2 types of power, how to run it efficiently through walls, and one trick that changes everything, how to light an entire settlement off of a single small generator, all without any mods or glitches. And stick around to the end. We'll cover quick fixes for the most common power problems that you'll find. Today we're at a completely cleared Starlight Drive-In. There's plenty of room to work, so let's get started. All power in your settlement starts with generators. Wind turbines and small generators both produce 3 power. Medium generators produce 5. Large generators produce 10 and require Science Rank 1 to build. Fusion generators produce 100 but require Science Rank 4, so those come a little later in the game. Early on, you'll mostly be working with a 3 to 10 range generators. And there's no limit to how many you can build, so you can always scale up to meet your needs. Pylons and connectors are used to route power to the settlement from the generator. Pylons come in both short and tall versions. Connectors can snap to floors, walls, and ceilings and can be used both indoors and outdoors. They connect to generators with wires, then can be chained together to carry power wherever it's needed. I'll be using a mix of these in the examples coming up. Conduits are an alternative way to route power, without visible wires. They have many practical applications, but for this video, we're going to focus on their ability to pass power through walls. If you're interested in a more comprehensive video on conduits, let me know in the comments and I can put that together for a future video. Many objects require a direct wire connection to receive power. Common items include traps, turrets, water purifiers, manufacturing equipment, and some lights. These objects are indicated in the build menu with a lightning bolt and a number showing how many units of power are required. When connecting wired objects, it's important to keep track of the total units of power required. In this example, a total of 8 units are needed, 2 for each turret and 4 for the water pump. Pylons are used to carry the power from the generator to the water pump and the turrets. A medium and small generator are combined to power them up. Radiant power is one of the most useful and misunderstood systems in the game. Many lighting and decor items use radiant power. In the build menu, these items are identified by a lightning bolt, but without a number. Instead of wiring objects directly, power is wirelessly broadcast from connectors and pylons to nearby objects. If the object is within range of a power connector or pylon, they'll turn on automatically. That range is roughly 2 tiles in all directions. I've placed lights at the edge of the transmission range. The power drops off about 2 tiles from the connector. This also extends up and down, so power can be easily transmitted across multi-story buildings. But here's the real advantage. I'm connecting a single power connector to the back of this wall, and it lights everything in the display. There's no limit to how many radiant objects a single generator can power. Any object within the range of a pylon or a connector will operate. This system becomes even more powerful by chaining power connectors and pylons together. Later in the video, we'll see how this will allow us to extend the lighting across the entire settlement. Now that we know the basics, let's put it to work and solve a few problems while we're at it. You may be wondering, how do you get power through walls without glitches? There are two simple methods that I like to use. The first uses wall pass-through conduits, which are available in different heights to fit your walls. Choose the correct height, then position the conduit so that the connector runs through the wall. From there, snap a conduit junction to either the top or the bottom, depending on your layout. On the outside, you'll have a connector you can wire directly to your power source. Back inside, connect a wire to the conduit junction and everything powers up. The second method uses a conduit junction placed at the base of a wall. Start by placing a conduit junction on the edge of a wall, with the back of the junction extending to the outside. Then snap on the next wall. It will snap right over the junction. On the outside, connect the junction to your power source. Here, I used conduits. On the inside, connect the objects to the junction to power them up. You can also use power connectors or pylons to connect to a power source. If you're working with concrete walls, there's one extra step due to their thickness. Place a small, straight conduit next to the wall and connect a junction on the inside. From the outside, connect it to your power source, just like we did before. Lighting an entire settlement with one small generator is where radiant power really shines. Because there's no limit to how many radiant objects can be powered, you can light an entire settlement with a single small generator. Here's what it looks like in practice. I placed one generator near the workbench shack. From there, I ran power conduits around the building and continued the line on the far side using conduit, running it along the ground across the settlement. I continued with connectors along the back of the houses, extending to the sides and front as needed. And that's it. One generator, every light on. And the size of the settlement doesn't matter. As long as you keep the connectors linked, the power keeps flowing. Still no power? Let's track down the problem. Power problems can be frustrating, but the solutions are often simple. What happens if your entire settlement has no power? Check your generators first. They may need to be activated or they might need repair. Your settlement has power up to a point, then nothing. Generally, that means there's a break in the line. Trace the wires near the point where the outage starts, find the gap, and reconnect. You have enough power, but objects still aren't working. The HUD says 6 power, the turrets require 6 power. But one of the turrets still isn't working. This isn't about how much power you have, it's about how it's distributed. Power doesn't automatically share between generators. If the objects are split across separate grids, one side can run out of power even if your total looks fine in the HUD. Fix this by connecting your generators together or by adding more power to the side that's not working. You discover that one light in the house isn't working. It's probably out of range. Wire in a connector or pylon nearby and it should come on. Wait, still not working? Some lights need to be manually selected, then deselected before they'll activate. Give that a try. Now that everything is working like it should, let's put that power to good use. Knowing how to wire your settlement is one thing, but knowing what to build with the power is really where it comes together. I put together a full library of no mod, no glitch build tutorials to help you make the most of your builds in the Commonwealth. Start with the playlist on the screen now. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you at our next build site.